Yeah, you really did a number on it, Farm Girl.
It was a wild ride.
It is really messed up.
It was a scary wild ride. Yeah, but you can fix it. You can fix anything.
I don't know. I have.
You just look at it with that look in your eye.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I've got limitations.
No.
I have my limitations.
This door looks better already.
I don't know why.
And you replaced my light. Look how pretty.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what we're going to do with this. I don't know if we want to sell it. I'm going to work on the bumper. And
pull this out. Get a crowbar or something.
sounds easy.
Yeah.
I got to put the bumper back together.
Yeah.
At least to make it.
Well, you've done that a couple times.
So we can sell it. Yeah, I have. This is a truck that my wife ran into a guardrail with during a freeze and kind of an ice storm or snowstorm, and the insurance company totaled it. They were going to write us a check for the whole amount, which was I think $7,600. It's not a 4x4, but I opted to buy the vehicle back for $3,200. It's a nice Titan, really good truck. So I think what I might end up doing is fixing it up a little bit and making it presentable and selling it, but I'm not going to sell it like this. So I'm going to jump right in and show you how I get this started, and I'll try to go through the steps and tape them. First, you know, while I can still work with it, I'm going to get this. I'm going to take this as a nice deep crease here. I'm going to take it out with a heat gun. Making the plastic more malleable by kind of superheating it, and I'm pushing it out with my fingers. It gets kind of hot. And I've never really done body work professionally by any means, but as a young guy, I figured out ways to make cars livable, drivable, presentable, that I otherwise couldn't afford to have repaired. Alright, so you can, I don't know if you can see it, but that crease is already coming out. Basically, plastic like this is malleable and it wants to do whatever you want it to do. I mean, it wants to easily go back to that original shape if you just heat it up and allow it to, or force it to. See this little piece hanging down here? I'm going to just heat that and see if I can't work with it. It's just a twisted, torn out piece. Alright, I don't know if you can see that. I'll bring the camera down here. And I'm kind of getting it to bond to itself by melting the plastic. I'm going to bring the camera down here. Now watch this. See, that's just torn right out of there and kind of curled up. Let's see what I can do with that. See, I'm just going to relax this curled up piece here. Can you see that? I'm going to get it here at the base first. See if I can melt some of this, soften some of this plastic where it will adhere. A little bit. It's amazing what people can do. You put your mind to it. Look at that. That plastic is becoming molten. It's a heat gun, not a hairdryer. I've never known anybody to use this technique, but it makes sense. It's common sense. Okay, there's a closer look at what I've done here. I can work with that. Alright, and this crease, I think I'm going to work that a little more, but you can see it's really come out a lot. Let's move over to this mess of torn rubber plastic here. You can almost see this plastic wanting to find its way back to its original position. Just got to finesse it. Well, I don't have much to lose here, so it's nothing very critical. I'm just making some plastic do what I want it to do. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can start bringing some of these pieces together. I think I'm going to start in here, heating some of this, sort of doing some plastic welding. If I can get it just to tack together, that's a good start. I'm going to heat the bulk of the plastic up around this area so that it's all, it's kind of a cool day today. It's around 45 degrees right now. I think if I get all this plastic warmed up around the area that I want to tack, that'll help me to then focus on the seam and get it molten and get everything together. See, everything's warming up. That's a start, people. That is a start. I'm not going to let this go right now. I want it to cool down and make a better bond, and then I can reheat it and rework it a little bit. Kind of reshaping this from the top and the back. Kind of hot, but you can really work with this plastic while it's hot and malleable. Look at that. How about that? Now I've gotten ahead of myself a little bit. I want to come back and get this before I go much further. I'm just going to heat that up, try to do the same thing to it. That's where the fog lamp goes. It's kind of completely ripped out of there. You can see this bumper coming back, can't you? Earlier this fender was pulled out, just kind of bent way out. Not even going to bother replacing that right now. Once I get these things these areas tacked, what I can do is then go and backfill with super glue in the cracks inside of the back, and some of this plastic weld to fill in from behind to reinforce all these tears. But what I'll want to do first is clean the back of this plastic. Wipe it down real good with some alcohol, and get all the dirt and grime off of it before I start putting any of these adhesives back there to reinforce it. Common sense. Okay. Coming out here to the far side. See what I can get going over here. Figure out ways to use your hands. See, I'm holding the bumper and the heat gun with one hand. I'm going to go behind here. This plastic is badly misshapen. This is the worst junction of the damage right in here. So kind of a horseshoe effect here. Very difficult to tack all this together, and at the same time I'm kind of reshaping the plastic to this three-way joint that it was original. Well, that's just about got it. Alright, so I'm getting there. We have what looks to be a scratched up bumper now. And it will only get better.